It is December 16th. You're back with Dave and Tim at the Single Malt Review as we try once again to guess a mystery whiskey.
We were so close last time when the Joker struck. God damn it. Anyway, alright, going in with renewed energy. What are we up to? It is in fact...
The 16th today.
16th?
All
Alright.
even.
That should be... Oh, it's down the bottom. Look at that. Alright, I'm going in. Whoop. Okay. And away we go.
Oh, I like the colour already.
Oh, why do I keep doing this? It's got first pour bias. There we go. Alright, let's just see about this. Whoop. And we're in. So,
Good dark gold veering toward amber there.
sure is. I think I've got enough on my hands to just do an aroma test there.
Oh, but what?
Dat bourbon would be my first thought there. Yeah. Yep. We have got, well, maybe not bourbon, but we are in North America for sure. And that is, that's either a prickle or that's a very high ABV. That's got a, that treats nostrils good and rough, which I don't mind in a bourbon at all.
Ooh,
I don't like to come away from a bourbon
Dang.
treated lightly.
that is a harsh prickle on the tongue too. I'm used to high proof bourbon being quite smooth, mellow, even a pugnacious alcohol percentage.
With a bit of age, it certainly can be. Yeah, this is not. This is interesting for a couple of ways. It's got a huge prickle on it. This is both, I think, very strong and quite young.
Right.
The tannins in this are really wild. This is quite a hard whiskey. I'm not saying yet that it's unpleasant, but it goes in fighting.
But certainly bourbon adjacent at the very least. But there are so many bourbons which are bourbon-like, but different enough that they can be mistaken for something else, as we've found in this series already.
Gonna need water.
Oh,
I'm thinking, and this helps us not at all, small craft producer, weirdo bourbon.
right. We did meet before. Oh, as I check my notes,
That
Smooth Ambler wheated bourbon we had previously.
from Wisconsin.
West Virginia.
Oh yeah, Wisconsin. I don't know where I got that, but yes, Virginia. This one. This one. Ooh, there's a number of things that could be going on here. This could even be. Well, we should say this is atypical. This is not in any way, and probably legally distinctly, straight bourbon. Something else is at work here.
So American whiskey, not necessarily bourbon. That was exactly my guess, I think, for the Smooth Ambler.
This could even there's just a chance this could be American malt whiskey because it's got a real punch to the spirit. Because corn is such an easygoing mellow, just like mellow corn. We'll try to tell you, it's a real mellow, easygoing spirit. This one is very, very, very prickly and punchy.
I think while there is quite likely barley in here, maybe malt barley, I don't think this is a malt whiskey.
Yeah.
There's too much else. There's too much bourbon character saying hi.
Yeah,
I don't know. I am confused and intrigued.
This might be a pretty quick episode, guys, because I don't have much to add. I'm very, very certain this doesn't taste all that Canadian to me. There's an American kind of flavour here.
But it has kind of like the heat and the prickle of a strong Scotch whiskey, which you wouldn't expect from a similarly strong bourbon, which should be more of an icy, menthol, throat cooling sensation. So
well,
American whiskey, but not bourbon is where I'm going.
Okay, but not bourbon. So what instead? What are we thinking?
Beats me.
Okay.
Some sort of whiskey from some sort of America.
We got a beats me.
We got basically narrowed it down to a continent and a genre of spirits.
Well, I'm with you on the North America.
Yeah.
I think there's still a chance this may be malt whiskey, but I'm not sure because it takes on such a different character once it hits the States and American bourbon.
I'm confident to rule out, say, Western Europe,
Oh yeah,
and East
no,
Asia.
so, but I think there's also every chance that this is bourbon, just from a rather individual craft.
For sure,
producer.
that's always a possibility.
So that's what I'm going to land on.
Okay.
I'm going to say it's bourbon, which means mixed grain bill, and we'll see what we get.
It is, in fact. Well, hey, Smooth Ambler again.
What?
Old Scout American Whiskey.
But what does it mean?
49.5% ABV is what it means at first, so that's a lot. Okay. Well, it's Smooth Ambler again for the second time.
All right,
Okay,
phone
we gotta-
check. So this is a weird one. This is an interesting technicality here. What's the deal?
Well, Smooth Ambler Old Scout is made in the bourbon style. Mash bill, 60% corn, 36% rye, 4% malt. So, quintessentially bourbon on top.
Typical stuff, yeah.
But the reason it's not labelled and cannot be called bourbon is the casks. It is a blend of two different whiskies. One matured in new oak in the traditional and legally defined bourbon standard. The other in recharred ex-bourbon casks. So an ex, you cannot have a bourbon that's matured in old wood. It's got to be new every time. So even though it's an ex-bourbon barrel, the addition
Interesting
of that
stuff.
kind of maturation makes it not, strictly speaking, bourbon. But otherwise, it's a rye heavy, well over 30% rye, with only a small amount of barley and decent hopping of corn.
For sure. This is a weird choice. This was so close to being bourbon, which I would have thought would be slightly more marketable than just American whiskey. But for some reason, they've added these used casks in, which instantly disqualifies it from anything to do with bourbon. That's a really weird choice. I
guess
quite like what they produce.
That's possibly why you don't get as much of that smooth vanilla maple syrup sweetness, perhaps because the wood is slightly older. Some of that natural, I guess, sap or sugars or whatever is in the staves has gone, and so it's much similar to a bourbon barrel matured Scotch.
I would love to ask the distiller exactly what the nature of the experiment was, because this is a fascinating and daring exercise in basically getting your bourbon declassified into American whiskey. I think what they've ended up with is really pretty good. It's a little bit different from bourbon without being outright heretical. It's no Sonoma Distilling Company. What is this stuff? It's still its identity is still distinctly bourbon, even if its name, even if it's an illegitimate child of the style. Puzzling, but otherwise pleasing. One from what were they?
Smooth Ambler.
Horseman. Yeah, Smooth Ambler. Yeah,
The Old Scout.
Old Scout. Weird one, but a good one.
Yeah.
A slightly baffling one, but still a good one. So yeah, I don't know. And that's I guess we were on the money there.
American whiskey, very, very close to bourbon without strictly speaking being bourbon.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe that's like a 1.5 to us on that one, because we were in America at least, but that's a bit of a head scratcher. All right, well, nice neat episode there. We'll see you tomorrow for the next one. Slanjo.